Hi, welcome to What's Working Wednesday. I'm Cheryl Andrews. I'm the founder of Step by Step Listening, and I'm also known as the Strength and Solution Detective. And today I want to talk about, how can you show up in business and be yourself, especially if you don't feel that confident or you're lacking clarity. So some advice is great when it's in context. And one of the things I think is fab about being in business is that, I remember people telling me that you should never do these videos, Cheryl. They must be done in a professional thing. You can't wear that hat, and there's all this sort of advice going on. But I can check in with myself, and I absolutely know that the people who I want to hear, understand, and value me are people who are coaches like me, trainers, people who stand in front of a group or audience, or work one-to-one with people, helping them to improve their business, their life, or whatever, in particular ways. And I also know most of them work from home, and they are also, like me, growing a business and on a budget. They want to be able to share stuff out there. So I'm absolutely okay with being me, because I know who it is I want to attract. Now, if what I wanted to do is attract some corporate clients, then I would get corporate videos and I'd have a different website probably. But that isn't what I want. So I think that the answer to the question is yes, you can be yourself, and you can't really do anything other than be yourself. But you have to do what works for you, and you have to know the purpose and intention of your communication in the first place. So the other thing is, if you're not clear about what you want and what works for you, then when you start putting stuff out there, you'll get feedback, you'll get criticism, and it can kind of cause a bit of self-doubt, a bit of self-confidence, your confidence being knocked rather, and then you lose clarity. And then when you communicate, you're not very authentic, because you're sort of echoing inside. So, and I see this a lot with people who don't truly value their product or services. And I see there's 2 or 3 conversations this week where people have said to me, well, I'm doing a 1-hour program and I'm charging £250 for it, or I'm doing a starter kit and I'm charging £97 for it. And they're kind of like there's something not quite right about it. When they're speaking, it's like they don't believe it's worth that, or they don't believe other people will pay that because somebody has told them it's too expensive or whatever. So I think the answer is you have to be yourself, and you have to believe and understand your own value. You have to hear and understand what it is that makes you different. And so today I want to talk to you about a tool that really helped me to start to focus and pinpoint. In fact, there's 3 major tools in my life. There are 3 tools that I work with in my business now that help me to help my clients, but they were fundamental for me to find out how to be my authentic self, and also to find my identity as the Strength and Solution Detective. So the first one is Wealth Dynamics. It's a really quick, easy tool. It's £75 to do 20 minutes will take you, 25 questions. There's a link below if you're interested. And this will tell you what your strengths are. But the other thing it'll do is show you that it will also show you what happens when you be yourself and you do that, and it annoys other people. Having that quick awareness for me was life-changing. It made me go, oh, it's okay. I am like that. When I went to Fast Forward Your Business in September, and I was sat in a room with a group of supporters, and we all talked about, with our kind of personality type, this is the kind of struggles we've had making money in business. And finding out that everybody else did the same, I was like, oh, fab. And then talking to people who are on the other side, on the steel energy, who are perhaps lords or mechanics or accumulators, and they were sort of talking about how frustrating they find people like me. It was just like, it was amazing to be in this room where the emphasis is on, we are different. Now, how can you value the other person's differences, and how can you add value to that for them? And that one tool really has made, I'd already learned about all that through the process I've been developing with my clients, but it was a very quick, easy way of going, that makes sense. So I've left the link for that. The next thing is, once you know what you're different, then you have to get clarity of what you want, which is where my programs come in. So that's using a facilitation process that reflects your words back, so you get really clear about what it is you want. And it's important through that process not to have opinions of anybody else, so you can just be clear of your own thinking. And then having the confidence that you will be heard and understood is about understanding how people listen. And I'm really looking for people to work with me in March, April time, who are really, really fed up of speaking and speaking and speaking at networking or online or in your blogs or on your website or with your clients, and just feeling absolutely exhausted because you just don't get heard and understood. Because if that's how you feel and you're now starting to doubt whether you should turn up and be yourself, it's almost like you start trying to pretend to be something you're not, then being in business can be exhausting. And I don't want you to be there. I want you to have lots of energy. I want you to do more of what you love. And I'd really like to talk to you. Let's just hook up, get on a Skype, have a quick chat. And so leave me a message or inbox me. Let's talk, because I really think that there's some potential I've got some openings now in March, April time that perhaps might be suitable for you to find out how you could resolve that. Speak to you soon.